Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Kol Haloyim, Adonai Yahweh Bashem Shamalak Yahweh Shai Bashem Hakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, peace and safe teachers to the hopeful elect, Habaya Shamalak Dawadah, the house of King David, and to the confusion of faces that look like these heathen nations, but then she goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Doria, Holy Joseph, Sealine, Shalom. And the title of this video is going to be use this word wisely and don't abuse it. And the reason why I'm saying this is because this word is supposed to be used. Yeah, you are to use this word to rebuke, sinners and to teach people, but you want to do it in a peaceful manner at times, and you want to do it in a wise manner. You know, you find somebody bucking up against you, yeah, you could use this word, but you shouldn't really use this word against, like, when you living with family members, knowing that you don't have a place to live. I mean, knowing that, like, you can't live on your own or whatever, you shouldn't really use this word to really, like, to start problems. Like, let's say you're using this word as a because this word is likened unto a two-edged sword and a fire. Like in Hebrews 4:12, it says the Bible is a two-edged sword, and it's a real discerner of thoughts, and that's what it is. When you know the full understanding of this truth, you know, when you get some understanding, and when you get on the precepts, you understand that this is a sword that could really, in this word is a fire that could pierce spirits. And I kind of did use this word a little bit too much on my mom, and really you're not supposed to use this word. Even a brother told me at a camp in Manhattan that you can't really use this word. Like, women are not really supposed to hear this word like this, like that. you know you're not really supposed to be telling this word, because people think that this truth, people think that being an Israelite is a cult. They think, they look at it as they demonize, you know they see, because I guess they see, like, brothers get demonized on other videos, and they just, they're quick to judge on the outside of how they see other videos of brothers rebuking, and they think that, oh, it hurts their feelings and they can't handle it, the heat. But, you know but that's how this word is. But it's like, you have to be balanced, though. You have to always, like, you can't just use this word to just, like, to cut people's spirits, but you also have to, like, if somebody wants to learn something from you, you gotta also, like, teach them. And sometimes some people don't want to hear it, like, in this case my mom didn't want to hear it. So when I gave her the word, you know I just did it because I'm tired of her, like, always hearing her mouth or whatever. Or sometimes I guess she plays, like, her pastors or whatever. Like, she will play Farrakhan speaking, or some other pastor. Forgot his name, but I think his name is Pastor Darby. She would hear him talking, and I told her that those are just harlot house pastors. That's what I call them, because in the Bible, the Most High not dealing with temples built with hands. Those are harlot houses, and he deals with men that's within this GMS, mainly in this truth, that preaching on the highways and byways. And I keep telling her this, keep showing her videos that, you know brothers don't really go crazy and, GMS screaming and yelling. They just, some of them, there's points of time that they rebuke. I'm trying to prove myself, but she's supposed to know, but she don't care. And then when I give her scriptures, at least she don't really come in my room and annoy me. Because I remember that time when I was younger, she used to do that shit and annoy me, and it gets me tight. But, like, she know, like, after a little while, she couldn't do that no more, because when I got this word and started using it, it just really annoys her. There's even times where she screamed at me to shut up, and I'm like, you know, just, I thought it was funny, but at a certain time, like, it came to a point where she almost wanted to kick me out the house, and I'm like, all right. And I'm just using a word. It's not like I'm cursing or anything. It's not like I'm using, like, bad words, which is not really cursing. It's rude speech, but I'm not even acting like that, because I know that I have an advantage with this word. But yeah, and it says in Romans 12 and 18, if it be possible, as much as life in you, live peaceably with all men. And especially with, you gotta take that scripture to mind where if you living in the with your parents or whatever, you can't really use his words against them, right? You have to also be wise. You have to also respect, your parent, honor what they say, you know, but to a certain extent. But you also have to like make sure that you're not gonna overuse this word, because it did say that in the scriptures that you have to be wise as serpents or harmless as doves. So you must use this word wisely, and you just got to be careful with how you apply it, because some people might overdo certain things, and next thing you know, they get themselves in a situation that is going to be hard to bring themselves out of. And at this case, in this point, like, you probably have this, I know you guys probably haven't seen me doing that much videos this week. um well, because for one, I had my phone service got cut off because my mom did that to me and my little brother, because we kind of used the word against her. And well, I kind of did it. My little brother told me to just chill with this. Even my older brother told me chill, my mom was gonna kick me out, and I'm like, all right. So because I'm tired of hearing her mouth sometimes in the house. But I mean, she calmed down eventually, and she stayed in her room for the most of the time. You know, sometimes she stayed in her room so quiet, at least, or talking on the phone or whatever. Sometimes she didn't want to talk to me or engage in a conversation with me for a few days because of this, me using this word. I was like, wow. So the power of this word is really spiking up. Like, she could probably feel the spirit of these words. That's how heavy these words are. This is real fire. This is word coming from the Almighty Divine, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. This is not no comedy, no Kings of Comedy shit. This is actual, this is, you're in the battlefield with these words. This is warfare. This is like a spiritual weapon of war. This is spiritual mass destruction. These words. That's why you got to be careful how you use them. Even my dad told me, like, when I was talking to him about telling my, because I was telling him to, like, to try to tell mom to get me off the WhatsApp. I was trying to tell him, like, get me off the to remove me from the line or whatever, because she had it suspended. But she said she don't want to remove it because she owe a balance or some shit. So I'm like, all right, let me just get a new number. When she came at home, but she didn't want to. I was trying to text her and call, but she was acting stupid at the time, so she didn't want to hit me up. You know, but when she came home, she told me just to we called the company and told her to remove me from the line or whatever. They said she owe a balance. She had to pay that balance or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go. So I went to T-Mobile. Before I went to work, I went to T-Mobile to get myself a phone number with a new SIM card, and they just gave me a new number from there. And then I just did what I had to do. But the good thing about you know the good thing about it is that at least I have, when I got this word and stuff, at least I had like a consistent job, I say, like, through this app. um I'll make another video about it, that how I got the job. But um yeah, so pretty much, like, when it's coming to this truth, man, it's like you gotta be careful, because I'll get to Hebrews 4 and 12. So okay, it says, for the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Yeah, because who's gonna want to think of words that condemns people's spirit, like, and how they act and the way they think. Nobody's gonna want to hear those type of things. That's why, My mom would, there was times where I just came in the room to say that, Mom, you need to repent, and just, she's trying to close the door on me. And, you know, it's funny because there was times when I was younger, she like in high school or whatever, and she used to annoy me coming in the room and stuff like that. But now it's like, you know, when I started doing these things back to her with this word, it's just like it's almost at the point where it's now she's just fed up, like she almost want to kick me out. So I'm like, so I just had to chill on that. And I did call her a demon a couple times and use scriptures proving how the Most High don't like, how women are. And then there's a time when like how women like her get down and stuff like that, how they, you know how they act. But there was a certain time where what you call it, I used a couple of scriptures showing how women are supposed to be, and how what women are supposed to do is their main duty. Because she thinks that because how the government, how Esau changes certain things, she feels as though she don't need to do those things for a man, and she don't need to get a man of the Lord. And I told her that that's the man that's gonna protect you in Isaiah 32:2. In Isaiah 32:9, it says, "Rise up, you women that are ease." You know, these are prophecies coming back. You know, but prophecy. Isaiah was referring to a certain time. Prophecies. That's what they do. They refer to certain time periods that's gonna hit. Some of it happened, and it's gonna happen again. But she want to follow after being a Muslim, and then she want to follow after Christian, trying to find the truth, but she can't find. That's the funny thing, because she can't find the full truth, because if she finds the full truth, she will get cut on so many levels. It's not even funny. Yeah, and a lot of people, like women, find it real hard to have understanding, because in Job 39:12, I think it was chapter 39, for it said that the Most High have deprived women of wisdom. You know, this same prophets that how a woman is clamorous and knoweth nothing. So she like, and how they're simple. So that's proven to you that this word, you can't really, if you live in, I know some brothers may live with their mom or whatever and don't have a father in the house. You gotta, just don't use this word to be don't abuse it on your parents or anything like that. And not in, you know you gotta stay, like, you gotta stay a little low key with it. You can't, you gotta be at peace with certain people, as I said in that the other scripture I brought out, the first one. You gotta be peaceful with your enemies in Romans 12:18. Yeah, you gotta sometimes have peace with, people that you're living with, people that you work with. You know, sometimes you don't want to be looked at as crazy. You don't want to be looked at as, like, you're bugged out. You know, and so pretty much, like, I got my phone service cut off, and the thing is that, like, I don't have Wi-Fi in this house, because I know my brother cut it off, because he said that he had to, the bill was 50, and then the spectrum is gonna turn into 100. He said, so he had to cut it off. So I was like, kind of little screwed, and my I keep telling my mom certain things, like, that she should stop dealing with my father, because he's really not all that good, and she still want to deal with him. And the things that she brings a lot of negativity to her life, and then she want to find a way to and I know that's a demon, honestly. And then she wants to find a way to basically, I don't know, like, take her anger out on low key on certain things that shouldn't have to be that way. But you know then problems escalated to the point where yeah, she was just in the room, just, basically talking to her friends, or about, what I'm teaching my little brother, my younger brother. And that She got real upset saying one time that I should go live with the Israelites, that because we say how women are supposed to be and this and that and the third. But little does she know that that's what you're gonna have to follow. I said, and because she thinking that they abuse men, she that's Salaki. She thinking that those men abuse women. That's what she's thinking, and I'm like, no, that's not what they're saying. They're not saying all that. They're saying how women are supposed to be. They're rebuking the wicked of the woman, and the wicked woman they're rebuking. But there's sincere sisters that follow after that follow the works to the best of their ability. You have some sisters that may follow. You know, it's just that you have a lot of wicked women now, and brothers get on that. If that fits, if the shoe fits, then you fucking wear it. You know, because not all women are wicked, but there's goddamn so many of them. But my mom knows that she have done wickedness in her life, so that's why she don't want to hear it. You see, and it hurts so much. Yeah, there were times I was complaining in the room to my younger brother about how she is, and how this word is gonna really, how this truth is and stuff like that. And then she started, she closes the door because she don't even want to hear that. And so it's like, and I think with this word, since it's a certain thoughts, it makes you think, I guess, reminisce on certain things that you did that was wicked, and you don't even want to think about it, and you can't be in a stable, like, you can't, if you did a lot of wickedness and you hear this word, you probably can't be in a, what you call it, like in a quiet room or whatever. You always gotta listen to something or talk about something or something like that. Keep in mind, you know, that's pretty much how this word is. So yeah, but other than that, like, I'm working and just paying off my own phone bill. It's whatever, you know. I'm glad that the Most High blessed me with a job opportunity, and that I found a job through a Facebook advertisement. So I'm just really glad that worked. And my younger brother, he's just over by my dad's house, which he actually pretty much owns the house. I just don't want to live with him because he's just you know he's annoying. He's an annoying asshole, and then he wants me to help his mother out, and I don't have to do all that shit because I know she didn't really do nothing for me for the most part. So like she didn't really like, and it's plus like she she used to talk shit a lot about my mother, if anything, and kind of like taking on my dad's side, and my dad is like, I don't really have like a connection with him as I should have. As my father should have had that connection with me, but you know, he didn't really do that much for his children, so it's whatever. So that's pretty much, I know sometimes like some brothers, they have certain things they go through in life, and that's how the Most High, I know for the fact that when brothers get this word and this wisdom and understanding, they have went through certain things in their life. And with me, I went through a lot, like family shit, dealing with sometimes with some people outside of school, kind of being into fights and stuff like that. You know, it's just like a lot of shit that some brothers go through. But yeah, but overall, it's like it's still a blessing to have this truth, because all the stuff that you went through was just to and the stuff that you're going to continue to go through, through this truth, is just making you stronger spiritually and mentally. It's turning you and shaping you into a real man. And I'm gonna do another scripture on how why the Most High is like chastising us in His mercy, you know, and the reasons for it. But yeah, but after a few days and stuff, I kind of like I was kind of peaceful with my mom, I guess, in a way. I didn't really use this word to hurt her no more. Hopefully, it don't escalate to that extent or whatever again. But I know she's gonna definitely have to face some punishments for the stuff that she did in the past. Because even my brother said it too. Like my brother was saying that she better pray that there's no living power that is gonna judge her because he hasn't seen her for doing anything good. Yeah, because I know she did a lot of shit that was pretty wicked, and you know when you hear this word and you did things like that, that stuff would drive you crazy. Um, you know, just hearing this word alone. So, and one thing that stood out to me, what my brother said when he got up the Wi-Fi and stuff, because I was upset. I was trying to, because she pretty much, so I pretty much was stuck with no service. So I was just reading my Bible and stuff, and then going to by the nearest bank, like walking there and there, and just like by my house and just using the Wi-Fi spot there to I guess make some calls or whatever. But yeah, so my brother said, you're no different than the white man or whatever, and that's true because she's an oppressor, and this say in the scripture that some of our women have turned aside to Satan, and that's biblical right there. Showing you that the Most High sometimes, because even though my brother don't really have all that much of the truth or whatever, like yes, he don't really believe, I guess, in to a certain extent he might be agnostic, but he don't really believe this truth as much. He might believe certain things, yeah, he believes certain things that we say, but he don't believe everything, as me and my little brother do. So yeah, that's how it is though. But I hope I made that lesson edifying. I'd like to give all glory, praises, honor to Adonai Yahweh, Ba'ashim Shah, Malaki Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim Kakadash, double honor to apostles and the elders, great millstone, peace, say, teachers, no full elect, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yashar Shalak Ranyam, Arawam Yam, Wa Abba Bo, Shalom.